for the slight delay there. Had a lot of stuff going on. I barely made it back to Santa Barbara. All is good now, though. We're going to be talking through this big slate and sort of what I'm going to do. I didn't get a chance to get my cores, all my stuff up because I'm not actually going to end up playing by the time we get done with this. I just had to come straight from show to show. We're going to talk at MLB. We're going to talk a little NBA. Please give us the like, everything like that. We appreciate it. I'm just a little scattered, so I'm just getting back, and we're going to start talking about pitching tonight. So the way I would play, like multi-entry wise, I'd definitely be below the field on green, even though I think that the upside is probably the highest because the ownership is so high. I like Gilbert. I feel just as comfortable with him as Green, if not more, and he's a little more expensive, a little lower ownership. I had a hard time getting to C's, but I think he's the other one with the upside. Like I would probably play a Green C's lineup, just play for max upside. And then I'll use my Gilbert, Lance Lynn, Jerry Jones as my other three main pitchers tonight. Basically ignoring the rest, depending on what we hear in that game weather-wise for Brady Singer, because he would leap up right there to the top, right near the top, if that game is, we feel really good about that it's sure to go and no delays and stuff, which we don't entirely at the moment. So favorite stacks today for me are going to be in order: the Dodgers, Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Arizona. That's 1 through 5. That's all I would be using. I think you could make some cases for St. Louis. I think you could make some cases for San Diego. I like them more as a mini stack, but I do like San Diego a little bit. And I think you could get a little exposure to the Toronto Yankee game if you wanted to. But that's the way I'm looking at it, is stacks. I'm going to go position by position, say who I'm playing, what I'm doing. And feel free to drop in any questions and thoughts as we go along. If you want to know some basketball stuff, I'm going to get to that stuff in just a minute. But we'll stick with the positions. I do think that the value of Danny Jansen works out whether or not you're playing that game as a stack. Obviously, Will Smith, I love, and I love the Dodgers stack. So that would be the one I would want to get up to the most. Danny Jansen would be my other one. Ivan Herrera would be the next one for me, actually, ahead of these other guys. Campusano, maybe in a mini San Diego stack, but those would be the catchers that I'd be using today. My favorite being Smith, if you can get up to him. First base, I'm not into the Kansas City thing, and also I'm still a little bit worried about the weather. I'll do a double check of weather report in a bit, but a little worried. I love Shohei. I love the Dodgers. I like Freddie Freeman, who will be the lower owned than Shohei in general here, so I love that idea. I like Christian Walker on the Arizona side, Garrett Cooper on the Cubs side, and Matt Olson. Those would be the main ones I'd be using. If you want to find a value one, Joey Gallo would be an interesting tournament guy to take a shot on. Jake Bowers would be an interesting guy to take a shot on. That's probably about it for me at first base. Second base. Again, I love the Cubs, so I get the Nico Horner idea. I'm in on that. I also think that Xander is a little, just a reasonable price. I like it. My three-man mini stack for San Diego would probably be like Xander, Machado, and Campusano or something like that. But again, I'd like to get to Mookie, whether it be at second or at short. Probably at second, actually, because I like Marte, I like Horner, but I think that I don't feel good about the value at second. I think I'd use Mookie over here, and I don't feel great about the value at short, but at least you've got some options. Yeah, you don't feel great about them, but even using Mason Wynn as a one-off, hope he steals you a base, get you 8 fantasy points. That's probably a reasonable route to go. Third base. I like Atlanta, so here's your value. Guillorme as a way to get to that stack. Morel and Muncy would be my other two favorites, along with Machado. I mentioned short. I'd probably be looking to dumpster dive a little bit for David Hamilton or Mason Wynn, unfortunately, just because I need to save somewhere. So whether it's Mookie I think it's probably be at short. Just even though I don't love like the value there either. It's a little better than second to me. Outfield, for me, it's going to be the Dodgers, Andy Pages, Shohei. Obviously, you can use him at first or the outfield. I like the idea of getting he and Freddie Freeman. You're going to narrow your Dodger ownership. Cody Bellinger, lefty even, doesn't bother me one bit. That's another place I'd like to go. Obviously, Acuna, Michael Harris, batting second, 4,600. That's even a good one-off play in addition to those stacks. Teoscar in your Dodgers stacks, but Kike is probably the one you really realistically are getting to more because you're going to need to save some money. And we may not have a Dodger lineup, which might keep them just a little bit lower owned if we don't have it until right before lock. And remember, we're betting right now the most popular outfielder is supposed to be a guy who we don't 100% know is playing, even though I think he's going to play tonight. So that's sort of my look for baseball. That's what I'm doing here today. Let me know what you guys are doing. If you have any other thoughts, anything else you want to get into, I'm happy to go through it. But that is where I am at as of right now. So I'm going to open up the basketball. And if you guys want, you know what? We'll run a little with a projection sim. I'm going to run 20. If you guys want to say who you want to do it for, do that while I call up the basketball. I should be able to have both slates up at once. Let me do this. And yeah, which tournament do we want to run sims for in either? I'm happy to do it. Oh, they took me. Oh, there it goes. We got both of them here. All right. So look, it's going to be hard to get different on 2-game slates in the playoffs where everybody's going to play the same types of minutes. For what it's worth on the games tonight, I like the Lakers and I like Golden State. There is no way you could easily just say, okay, play the home teams. I like that better. I think I like the Lakers and Golden State personally. And thank you. $3 Minimax. BMac, let me know which is that in. Do you want baseball or do you want the Minimax is baseball. So let's do baseball. We'll run the sim for the Minimax. I'll finish real quickly my initial NBA thoughts. I like the Lakers. I like Golden State to both win these games. I think they should be good competitive games. In terms of these, look, we don't really have any value. Keegan Murray, that's why he's going to be so crazy high owned because it's really hard to find value to get these top guys in. They did drop the prices. I really like Steph as a spend up tonight. I think that I think AD would be my spend up tonight. LeBron my spend up if they lose. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. Weather does look bad in that Chicago White Sox game. That's the one I'm worried about. Obviously. So anyway, getting back to basketball before I jump back into the $3 Minimax with the Sims. So I like the spending up on Steph. This is a spot where I do think they're going to rely on him pretty heavily. We saw Sabonis not play as well against this Golden State Warrior team, especially towards the end of the series last year. I don't think I would get there. I think I like the AD idea a little bit better at a little lower ownership. People are going to play the Wiggins. I get it. It's because we don't have value. I personally am trying to I prefer Keegan Murray over Wiggins. I prefer Herb Jones over Wiggins. Larry Nance Jr. is the other cheap play and a little hard to relate to Wiggins. I like Wiggins better, but Nance is cheaper. So do with that what you will. Dodger lineup, appreciate that. Rain Thomas in with Betts, Ohtani, Freeman, Teoscar, Kike, Chris Taylor, Pages, Rojas, Barnes. I like that actually with no Will Smith because now you get the even cheaper Dodger stack. Unfortunately, it's going to make the Dodgers more popular. So just something to keep in mind. And it's every minute we give it extra is a better chance of our mini max making a little more sense. So we'll get over to that in a minute. But again, preferred spends for me, Curry, Davis, and LeBron. And then I like Fox on the other side. Those would be the guys I'd be trying to get in. The other ones I feel okay with the minutes. Harrison Barnes for value, as we talked about. I like the Herbert Jones value play. I don't like the Nance thing, but you might have to use some of it. I don't mind the Keon Ellis idea. You're going to be looking at Sacramento value and looking through the value. You really don't have a lot of cheap options. Maybe, Davion Mitchell is super cheap, but even that, you're seeing a lousy projection and he's still going to be 50% on. Maybe you get creative and you play a little Trace Jackson Davis. That's something I could talk myself into tonight. That would be a get weird play from me on this kind of a slate. It's a weird slate, obviously only 2 games. So we're going to run the Sims. I'm going to do a shout out to RotoGrinders for having a great, lineups page, a great free lineups page. And I'm just double checking. Yeah, I just don't think I want to mess with the White Sox and the Royals if I don't have to. I don't like the hitting in that game. And I don't like, I do like Brady Singer, but I'm not going to play him if the weather is that questionable on a 12-gamer where you have a lot of options. So we're going to run the sim for the mini max. Let's do 20. And we get correlation very high, obviously. Come to sim settings, $3 mini max. Always a fun one to play. I always enjoy that one. Good to see you in here, BMac. Maybe BMac wins another one tonight. That would be nice. Okay, so let's see. Mini max. Where is it? Where is it, guys? This is where I always hate the dead air when I'm looking for it. Wait, the other mini max must have sold out or something. It says 2.1K. What? 2.1K mini max? That's what it is? All right, we need another tournament because for some reason that 2.5K mini max? So people are putting in 150 entries, putting $450 into a $2,500 tournament. I don't know what the hell is going on. Where is the mini max? We're going to find another one to do. I'm just going to keep it simple because I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if I missed something, but maybe it sold out and they took it down from here. Did they do that? I haven't run into this before. 20K mini max. Even that's too small. They have the 100K mini max, don't they? maybe that's the one that's sold out. I don't. 100K mini max. Yeah, where is it? They've got all the other mini maxes, but for some reason, there it is. Okay, sorry guys, sorry about that. This is my biggest struggle on these shows lately has been this. Why is it not letting me save the settings? That's another issue. Did they change it again? Oh my God. Why can't I go to save sim? Oh, there. Look, I'm struggling, guys. You guys know it. I came from everywhere. Thanks, BMac. My bad on that one. That was just a user operator error, as we say. All right, so let's do a change of projection. Let's go do this 2-3, 2-2. Okay, and let's build some lineups. And then we'll run the sim and see what we get. So I'm just building for 20. So this is what you'd be getting if you get 20, and we'll see what we come up with. And it looks like it just sold out in real life. So hopefully you have your mini max seats already available. Again, want to thank Rain and anybody who ever drops in the news like that. Guys, I do want to say, again, please give us a thumbs up, a like. We want to keep doing these videos for free, not just for our members, for everybody. But for our members, we do have a lot of other content, and I'm going to spare you guys getting all into it tonight. But I just wanted to, throw that out there. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what we got. It's just taking a little bit. I should have run 2,000 instead. Let's see. All right. Anybody else? I'm sorry, by the way, we had a little back end issue for the site where people were, having a little trouble this morning. So I apologize for the few people who ran into that. It just was something we fixed on our end. Should all be good. If there's any problems, please let us know. We want to make sure everything's working good for you guys. So, all right, let's see what we get. Okay, so they only gave us 5 pitchers, which is interesting on a slate this big. And you can see the exposure. Let's go over there. And you see the extremely heavy Hunter Green sort of going against my belief. Even though, I like Hunter Green. It's just the 50% ownership when there's other options. That's why I like some of the other guys. Lance Lynn, Jared Jones. We'll just see the exposure. Only 10% to Jones, 45% to Lynn. I like Lynn too. 45% to Cease, 10% to Logan. So my guess is they're not going to have as many Dodger stacks in here. Let's go to team stacks, see what we've got. Yeah, they went all KC. See, I don't like this at all, just to be honest. To just have everything be the chalkiest and like horrible hitting weather, even if a game plays in KC. I just think there's better routes to go. I like getting the exposure to the Cubs. I like getting exposure to San Diego. But the Dodgers, Atlanta, and the Dodgers, Atlanta, Cubs, Astros and Diamondbacks would be it for me. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about before I get out of here. Let's see. With the news that Chicago, what's the news with Chicago with the delay? Like you're saying that to me, BMac, but I'm in here talking to you guys, so I can't keep track of that thing at the same time. So I honestly don't have any idea. I'm just treating that game as if it doesn't exist. There's no way I'm going to play a game on a 12-game slate that has any risk at all. I just don't see any reason to, especially a game that I don't like. You're going to have the ownership is going to be higher than owner. Again, my favorite thing would be Brady Singer, and I just don't think you need to take that gamble today. So I'm just treating that game as if it doesn't exist. That's me. No issue if you wanted to say, okay, I'm only going to play that game in certain things. If you're going to play Brady Singer, I would only do it with a Royals stack. That would be the way it would go. Postpone. There you go. Okay. Well, glad to know that because I didn't have that news. So good. We can get rid of that game and then rebuild this thing. It's actually going to take a little while, too long to just rebuild this. But let's just see. Let's cancel them. Let's do this. Let's take. Okay. Let's do that. So that you see what we get if we take away KC. So you get San Diego, Washington. I actually don't mind a little Washington against my Dodgers tonight. But I appreciate BMac. I really appreciate the help. It's great to have people who are helping us out while we're trying to do a bunch of things at once. San Diego, Washington. I don't know if I'd go for Washington for full 4-mans. Let's see what kind of stacks they're getting for full 5-mans. Yeah, you got mostly so basically all 5-mans. And mostly heavy on San Diego. I don't mind it. It's not my favorite. It's my number 6 for 5-man stacks. It's my number 3 for 3-man stacks. But I like that San Diego spot well enough. I just would rather personally, let's just say we did get rid of San Diego, see what it gives us. I actually like San Diego. Then you go to the Cubs, which I do like. But see how they're not getting to the Dodgers. And the reason they're not getting to the Dodgers is because of this pitching that they decided to go heavy on. Let's just do pitcher. They decided to go heavy on the two of the 3 most expensive pitchers. So it's going to be really hard to get Dodgers in with those guys. It is somewhat doable, but it's not necessarily the Dodgers you want to be playing. I'm not playing any lineups tonight, Game Addict, on FanDuel or anything. So I cannot show you my lineup. I am not playing at all. I just got home. I had a 5.5 hour experience that having an electric car just drove me crazy. Basically, I was stuck waiting for 3.5 hours to try to plug my car into charge. And then I had to wait another 40 minutes for it to charge. Really, really frustrating. Kind of tilted. All right. So I would tell you what I told you. I just went through everything that I would do in basketball tonight. Again, favorite spend ups: Fox, Curry, then Davis, then LeBron. Favorite the values. I think Barnes, Murray are hard not to use just because of the situation. I like Herbert Jones a lot tonight, and the cringy ones, the Keon Ellis. I think I like Ellis better than the other cringy ones. And I think you could talk yourself into a Chris Paul. Trey Lyles is going to be popular, but I'm just trying to think of a little different stuff. I think Trace Jackson Davis is the get creative play. I think Jonathan Kuminga is another get creative play, but I don't think that they're by no means priorities. And I think Podziemski fits that. So basically Golden State and Sacramento is where you're getting your speculative value play. And that's where we're at. So that's it. But I would, again, if we wanted to build a fake lineup on FanDuel real quick, let me do this for basketball. Let me put it over here, and we'll build a quick, just throw one into the $15. Let me just get my pricing matched up. Let me get the FanDuel one and see what's cooking over here. So, all right. And again, please, throw in any questions or thoughts. I'm going to try and see what kind of build I can get to that I like. Really going to be starving for value. Obviously, you have a little more to spend on FanDuel, so it's not quite as difficult. Over here, I think, Curry. So that's partly why I like the Curry on DK. He'll be a little bit lower owned than he is on DraftKings. I also just like the matchup. So Curry, I'm going to start it with the guys and see what I can do. So let's say I've started with Curry. Again, it's harder to get to Fox over here at 99. We'll start with Curry and we'll see. Like LeBron is what, 10, right? 10-3. AD is what, 11-5. I guess it would be LeBron over here for me as my next favorite spend up. But then what would our middling build be like? I think we'd have to include some Keegan Murray and some Herb Jones because of the amount of. I mean, we're just gonna have to save somewhere. Otherwise, you're gonna be in real trouble. Keegan Murray, Herb Jones. Wait, Rody, BMAX said it was postponed. I didn't see it being postponed, so double check that KC game is definitely postponed. If it is postponed, I'll be real bold and say, you should probably cross that one off. Larry, so I want to try not to double up on my value if I'm doing anything. So Keon Ellis would probably be another high one for me, and then I would probably go to like Rui or something. Keon. Rui. You're not going to like your lineups. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be kind of ugly, just to be honest. You really need to I think Draymond is another one that makes some sense tonight. More of a middling build, Draymond. I think that we'd like to get a little more exposure to better players from Sacramento. I don't know. I guess we can play Harrison Barnes here. Let's do that. And then we'll have enough value to get to at least one more of our spend ups. And I would be more focused on the Sacramento Golden State game for DFS. Let's see what we got here. And so if I did that with AD, can we get a 5,500 play in anywhere? We got Keon Ellis, the only shooting guard eligible. A little tricky. It would be something like this, but I probably would feels like a lot from Sacramento without having the best players, but it kind of is like that kind of a slate. This is just horrible, to be honest with you. It's not it for me. I don't love this slate, but this is around the way that the guys I'd be using, basically. Mainly it's the value thing, and there just isn't enough of it. Haven't seen anything. Oh, so we don't even know this PMAC. So that it's postponed. So let's see. All right. Anyway, all right, guys. I'm going to get out of here probably and maybe try to build a lineup or two, but that's basically what I'd be doing. Again, we appreciate all the love. Please click the like, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm going to say, go get him, everybody. Hopefully see some screenshots. We know Sheets is going to have some because he had another one last night, almost got there. Maybe one of you guys takes one down tonight. I hope to see it. Really appreciate all the time and all the attention you guys have paid to us, and just want to say good luck.